everybody? We are back. It is Taped on Live's Favorites Podcast, Favorites Channel, Favorites Everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also, follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at Glen Rocking for Glen, and of course, pandasubs.com. Discount code TDL for all your good protein needs there. And also check out our little work with homage here. Go ahead and hit that as well. Go ahead, check that out. Get you a jacket. You know what I mean? Glenn, I gotta send you a shirt, man. I gotta get you a sweater or something, dude.
I'm right. I mean, hey, I'll rep it.
Yeah, there's some serious stuff on there, man. I'm getting a couple crew necks. Shit is fire. So I should let the guy know. I'm gonna get you something sent to you, bro. That stuff is dope. But yeah, go ahead, hit that. Also hit the link for that as well. So yeah, guys, we're back. Gonna be talking about some Titans versus Raiders, of course. And of course the latest Raiders news. And then of course I do our over-unders, go over all the games, for college, which is a lot of great college games tomorrow. It could be a great slate.
College and NFL. To be honest, we're going to be talking in depth about one of the worst games of the weekend, Raiders-Titans. The rest of the slate is fantastic.
Yeah. Only our game is ass. We got the ass game of 1 and 4 teams.
The ass bowl. Yeah.
The ass bowl is great. The ass bowl. Between the Titans and the Raiders.
The BBL bowl. That's us, dude.
The toilet bowl, right?
Yes, that's correct. Any ass metaphor you have, it is that game.
This game, two teams that aren't very good, right? I mean, to me, when people are like, this should be a winning game, right? I went and looked at the EPS. I think I still got it up here. So on defense, the Raiders are 25th in EPA. The Titans are 28th.
Mm-hmm.
And on offense, the Raiders are 30th and they're 32nd. So somebody has to be worse than the other this week.
Oh, well, yes, I guess. I mean, they could tie, Marcus. It has happened this year.
It could tie. That is a possibility. It has happened.
There's been a tie this year in the NFL. It was a 40-40 riveting Sunday night game, which I don't think we're getting out of. But hey, to be fair, I remember when the 2018 Raiders were playing the 2018 Browns, I believe Baker Mayfield's first game. Nobody thought that game was going to be good. It ended up being a crazy overtime thriller. So you never know. Yeah, you never know.
It could be Cam Ward just going off, right? And then
it could be that.
Ashton Genty, having a breakout game.
Sure.
Those things could all come together, and then for some great football. Two bad teams might equal great football.
Yeah, that is true. It's happened before. I mean, look, Miami and Carolina last week was actually a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about those teams, but that was a good game.
Yeah, but no, I didn't really expect the Raiders to be this bad. I guess in my head when the season started. I mean, I didn't think they were gonna make the playoffs or anything. Of course, I thought Chip was gonna be better.
That's
my fault.
That's the big thing. Yeah, that's the big thing. Is that
man, it's just.
We thought Geno was gonna be good. I mean, that's
exactly. That's why we didn't think they were
really
gonna be like this.
Geno was meant to stabilize the Raiders, and they're just not stable right now.
Yeah, he's got me watching quarterbacks. Basically.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing too with the season when we talk about it. When I was on the radio with Vinny, he was talking about it how Brock Bowers isn't playing and all those things, and I get it, right? Maybe if you have Brock fully healthy, maybe it's a different offense, right? Could be a question, right? That's something you could say. It does have a little bit of truth to it.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, if Geno just was playing average football, let's just say he threw 5 interceptions already in 5 games. He threw an interception a game. The Raiders probably, there's a good chance they be 2-3.
Yeah, I think they should be 2-3 right now. I think that's what they should be at right now. I don't know how happy the fan base would be. I mean, really, I don't know that we'd be talking about this. The fan base would feel like we have this incredible season ahead of us. But like I said, the Charger game, I know they lost that game by 11, but I felt like it was winnable with average quarterback play. Mm-hmm. Bears game, they just should have won, even with the quarterback play that they had. I mean,
exactly.
Really, they just should have won that game. And then they got their ass kicked twice, like just absolute ass kicking. But it's funny. A lot of people were killing Pete Carroll's press conference this week, and I went back and watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that like coaches aren't really supposed to say what like I'm gonna say, but I kind of agree that like there is just like really the Raiders do just have really bad luck, like on a lot of stuff, and that's not all that's wrong with the team. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of things wrong with the Raiders. But like I think Pete Carroll's like, whoa, there's a lot of bad luck in this organization right now, because I just think like he's definitely a little taken aback, and it's some of it's his doing, some of it's not his doing, because we've seen coaches struggle with the exact same thing, other quarterbacks struggle with the exact same thing, and it just feels like no ball bounces their way. No, what can go wrong does go wrong, and what you never expect to go wrong, even as a seasoned veteran of losing football, they find a new way. You're like, oh, there's a new way. I'll never forget the Arden Key face mask on Ryan Fitzpatrick. Perfect ball down the sideline. That's a new one. That was a new one for me. So I don't. Some people are saying NFL rigged, but I'm like I wish the NFL was rigged, because they pick the Raiders every once in a while.
I think so, right? They have we have a lot of fans.
Yeah, they would do like what it would be like WCW NWO Attitude Era, where like they would let us be the villains again, and to be the villain, you have to be good, kind of. Like you have to be like good enough for people to care about whether you lose or not. And I wish it was. Unfortunately, it's not rigged, but there is a weird black cloud over the organization right now that is just, again, a cosmic show. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Do I go there when I watch the games? 100%. Every time I go, can we fix this? Like, is it possible? Like, if we resurrected Vince Lombardi, prime Peyton Manning, all of these things, and I'm like, I feel like something weird would happen, and they wouldn't win. Like, it feels like that right now, which it sucks. But the one thing they haven't done, and I'm not saying it's going to work, but the one thing they haven't done in almost 20 years is draft a quarterback in the first round. It's the one thing they haven't tried. So that's the only stone left to turn, in my opinion.
I mean, they have to do that at some point soon.
It's crazy. They've got to be the only team that hasn't done it in a long time, like that long. Like I'm trying to think of another organization that's even quite as long. Like they have to be the team for the longest time that hasn't done it, right? I mean, or maybe like the Seahawks. I can see the Seahawks haven't done it, I don't think.
Yeah.
But there's maybe a couple teams, and you're just talking about teams that found something in the third round where they didn't need to or something. But to me, they got to be. That's the one thing they haven't done. And I know people say, well, they don't trust this staff with it. Well, you're gonna have to. I mean, it's just the way it is. Like, you got to keep trying. You look, nobody trusted Brian Daboll with Jackson Dart, and that team's infinitely more fun to watch than the Raiders right now, just because he's there having fun playing football. So it's not what I mean is, like, people can say like they make bad decisions, but to me, it's like the ball just literally does not bounce the right way. Like, I'll watch the game and the ball will bounce as though a team has a magnet on it. And for the Raiders, when there's a loose ball from them, it's like a piece of paper in a storm, and it just like goes away. Like when you drop a piece of paper in like high desert wind. That's like what happens when the Raider fumble, and then like it turns into a basketball when the other team fumbles, and they just dribble it, pick it up twice, and laugh. So I'm just like, those types of things, there's something else that has to happen. And I think you need energy injected into the organization that isn't just a coach running wind sprints. Like, it probably has to come from a quarterback. And I know a lot of people have been saying, yeah, duh, but no, it's probably true.
Yeah, they just need a young quarterback that they can build with. I mean, but they
someone who doesn't know any better.
Like, you have to pick the right guy too. That's the scary part of all. We can talk about quarterback all the time, right? I mean, yes, pick a quarterback, but they got to pick the right guy too.
Sure, but like, to me, I didn't think Jackson Dart was all that good of a pick for the Giants. Like, that's got me thinking a little bit. Where I'm not saying you can just pick anybody. Like, you definitely want a guy who's played a lot of football in college. Like, I 100% agree that in the thing that if you don't play a lot of college football, you're not going to be good. Yeah. But to me, like, somebody who's like played for a long, like, I didn't think Bo Nix was, and like, I don't think Bo Nix still is really that good. It still has the Broncos like a different Broncos than we've seen before. Just him coming in there, and Jackson Dart, like, these are guys I wasn't super high on, and I don't know that I still am, but you watch that, and like, even the team the Raiders are playing, this week. The Titans. They've looked about as bad as you can look this year, but the Cardinals gave that game away. I watched that entire game that was on in my little like mix thing. And after the DeMercado fumble, the Titans, like, they look like they didn't have a clue that they were supposed to lose that game. Like, Cam Ward had that thing. He's like, oh, I'm supposed to lose this? No, I'm just going to like play with like my hairs on. Like, the Raiders look like they're always trying. They're like, oh, we'll see what happens. You know, like Geno's, because we always have these like aging quarterbacks that just for some reason can't put the pass behind them. We need young energy from the quarterback position, really, to just go out there and be like, shrug your shoulders and be like, oh, you guys lose all the time? Well, that's not what I do.
Yeah. You know, because even with Jackson Dart, like you was saying, he had a decent first start where he kind of was just really tough. He was bad his second game. Second game he was awful, right? And in his third game, he was pretty good. And I'd rather deal with that, to be honest, than with a young quarterback where it's kind of it's be more hit and miss. And you know, we don't know if Jackson Dart's really the guy in the second game or is he the guy against the Eagles. And you know, you got to take time to figure it out. And it's kind of a little bit on him and the coaching staff that's around him and how they're using him. You know, but that is something that, you know, you could have that type of guy who, if he has the toughness that Jackson Dart has, where, you know, he's just playing tough and some of those things that come with it, you know, you can kind of get away with it for a little bit. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'd rather deal with that at this point. I mean, if they're
and you're not, you don't have to commit to that for a long time. Like, it's way easier to start over there, because what happens is when you get in that, like, that kind of like hamster wheel of veteran quarterbacks, you just keep going back to it. Teams do it all the time. They're just like, oh, that wrong veteran, let's get another veteran. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you get a home run. Sometimes you get Tom Brady. Sometimes you get, you know, the Seahawks did it well with Sam Darnold. You know, I hate to say it, you know, don't take a quarterback after the Seahawks got rid of him. That's definitely a thing I'm learning right now. And, you know, sometimes that happens. And like I said, I don't even know if I'm sold on Jackson Dart, but I saw a coaching staff that nobody thought was good before the season started. Everybody thought dead man walking. And all of a sudden the kid lights the place on fire. And to the point where Russell Wilson comes in and throws one pass and is booed, and they're yelling at the medical staff to get Dart back in there. Like, I want that intensity with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And that only happens from a young kid playing with his hair on fire, and just like a kid that doesn't know any better, that hasn't, you know what I mean? Like, we have guys like Genty and Bowers who come from winning programs. They don't touch the ball every play. You know, like they don't get that kind of control over the team to change it. I mean, they definitely are game-changing players, in my opinion, but the guy who touches the ball every snap, that's the one. And I am very picky with quarterbacks. I'm less picky now. That's what I'm saying with coming out of the draft. There's just a lot of guys, like, to me, that I'm like, this will work. I don't know if it's like, again, like, you know, CJ Stroud. Is anybody excited about CJ Stroud anymore? Yeah, no, that's true. Like, nobody's like super excited about him right now after that rookie season. But at the end of the day, that Texans team they're still more exciting than they were before. Yeah. You know, like, they're still that. So I don't know. To me, it's just like they're gonna have to do that next year. I think, like, they just have to. And now that being said, the Jackson Dart thing that gets me really excited about it is that the Giants did not take them with their first pick. So if the Raiders are picking in the top 5, which
they traded up, right? They traded up
from the second round. So like they picked Abdul Carter. So it's like in their mind, they were like, okay, we don't want to miss out on a blue chip defensive player. We can make a position group elite, because that is also why they're winning a lot, is their defensive line is nasty. But then they trade back up, which doesn't cost you a lot. The Ravens did this for Lamar Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. Teams do this, and that's probably the move. You know, to me is I mean, we'll see how it goes, because I know there's a lot of people that aren't super excited about the quarterback class, but there's definitely a lot of guys that are intriguing in the class, like, that are like, oh, okay, there's a big arm there. Oh, there's some mobility there. You know, we'll see what happens. And it's the way the Giants did it. I was like, man, that feels like, for a bad team, that feels like a better use of a high pick. Yeah. Is to take your second round pick, which is almost the first round pick at that point, and just jump up a little bit, get the extra year on the option. And I'm like, okay, that to me, I think this year is going to be a good year to do that too.
My only problem with this draft class this year is that they're young. and
Yeah.
nobody's gonna hit the threshold.
Mendoza.
Mendoza will.
Mendoza's gonna hit the threshold.
Nussmeier
And he's and I just again, that's the one I'm not super excited about Nussmeier, but if the Raiders draft him, I'd be like, fine. You know what I mean? Fine. Young kid that, knows how to play. And Brian Kelly's also it's tough to play for Brian Kelly. I'm just saying it's tough. If he goes from Kelly to Kelly, I don't know. But yeah, that's yeah. No, I agree with you. I think that's the one. It's like the Anthony Richardson kind of situation you really want to stay away from because that just doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, and that's why it scares me because I mean I watched Dante Moore. We're doing a show about him tomorrow. I'm watching him. He's pretty damn good,
and he's bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good. I mean, he doesn't have the hugest arm in the world, and I don't know how much he could throw downfield, but I really feel like if the Raiders drafted Dante Moore, he would just do enough because he's basically just poised and he's tough and he's. And I said this on the show too that will drop tomorrow. It's like he's just a good quarterback, which sounds crazy. That's what you want, but it's just the way he plays the quarterback position that it's really good. Lenore Sellers has gotten so much better on film than he did before. He is, but he gets hurt all the time. I don't know if he's going to hit 500 or even 600 dropbacks in his career. So like
his O-line's really bad too this year. Like they lost a lot. They lost a lot of talent last year, and they did not quite. They're kind of in those in between. South Carolina's in like an in between talent year besides Sellers, and they have that Nick Harbor kid who's young. He's an excellent receiver, but they I don't know. To me, it's just like it's what I think right now is kind of the top 5 pick. Like I kind of like what the Giants did last year. I feel like this year might be the year to do that because I think you're gonna have a lot of quarterbacks that are like fringe first rounders. And if somebody's a fringe first round quarterback, you take them in the first round. That's what you do. Yeah. So you get the extra year, on there. It's worth the 3rd round pick that you're gonna give up or something. It is usually, or at least you're not missing that. You're not like we traded up all those picks like Carolina did for Bryce Young. You're not doing that at least. Like if Carolina took Bryce Young and traded up from the 2nd round into the 1st, and gave up a 3rd and a 5th or something. No, they're not. It doesn't set you back that much, And I think this year's gonna be the one. That's and Big STD's got it there. If you have a chance to take like Ruben Bane and then trade back up, then get your quarterback, like that's basically what the Giants did last year. Different style of defensive end, but you guys see what I'm saying. That's where I'm at right now. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I know a lot of people go, no, it has to be with that first pick. I don't think so. I think and we haven't seen these guys play big games yet either.
Exactly.
These quarterbacks. So, people go, nobody's really exciting me right now. It's like conference play really just started, we'll see. And Arch not being that good this year is really throwing a lot of people off, but he wasn't going to hit that threshold, was he? Yeah, and I think he's going to lose to Oklahoma this week. There's a little preview. I'm sure you had that on the board, but
actually, I didn't have that game on the board. It was so many hard to pick. I was struggling.
I think they're saying Mateer's a game time decision, but I don't think Arch is going to be able to do anything against that defense. So, but either way, what I'm saying is, I think that's the market this year is going to be more so. There's some blue chip guys early. There's good tackles early. There's good, certainly that defensive tackle out of Clemson, Peter Woods, and there's guys like that early in the draft that you're going to go, man, like there's something there. And then you come back up in the first. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, because Ruben Bane, I just don't think that
he's a monster.
He's not going to turn down Ruben Bane. I would think he would probably take Ruben Bane over a quarterback.
You probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't turn that down the way the quarterback class is. You know what I mean? Like you probably shouldn't.
Because the thing is with Bane, because Matt's breaking him down tomorrow too, guys. When I drop that episode of the draft, when he's undersized.
He's like what 6'3", 275 or something like that.
Is he 6'3"?
That's what Watts. I think that's what he's listed at. But yeah, he has a strange build. But I mean, the tape is the tape. And
I know, but the NFL, the NFL. As I asked Matt this, and he said, yeah, it might be like Mason Graham, but like Mason Graham was still like tall.
Yeah,
this dude's like kind of
5. Yeah, but he went but Mason Graham's arm length was really short too. And he went 5, and he's good.
Yeah.
And I think Carroll likes that style of defensive end a lot, though. Like even if it's not the threshold there. And Ruben Bane's gonna be playing in big time games too this year. Like Miami's good. Miami's really good. I hate saying it, but they're really, really good. Carson Beck too. Let's not trip out about Carson Beck's gonna be in the draft this year, and he's playing damn good football this year. I mean, and to me, that's your Bo Nix of the draft, the guy who's been in college forever.
Mm-hmm.
Who people are like, I mean, he's been in there for so long, and then you come in the league and you're like, yeah, because the guy's good. He understands how to play quarterback, and it's people say no, not Beck, not Beck. Okay, 6'5", he's got a big arm. Okay, you're sounding like me. No, not Jackson Dart. I would never pick Jackson Dart. I would never do that. Guess who I wish was why we had right now to get me excited about a game on Sunday. People say he's going to struggle. He's playing damn good football for Miami. I don't know.
He played good the year before, and I thought he was going to be easy #1 pick after that year. I forgot what
Georgia wishes he was still there. Trust me, that quarterback for Georgia is not that good. You understand?
So that's my thing with Carson Beck. He had some awful tape last year, but we'll see how he kind of gets kind of bounces back. I haven't gotten to this film. But,
isn't he with an OnlyFans girl too? Carson Beck. That's the one thing I would worry about in Vegas with him.
They
got robbed. He got robbed.
The sisters, they're from Gilbert. They went to Gilbert High School. There's some ballers.
Yeah, of course. You telling me Arizona girls have OnlyFans, Marcus? Oh, I don't believe it for a second.
Blonde ones.
Yeah, I don't believe it for a second, Marcus, that something like that would happen.
Yeah, the Cavari twins or whatever.
Yeah. People always say you can't. What I'm saying, you can't compare Beck to Dart. First off, Dart did not do shit in college. He didn't win anything in college.
Yeah, because that's why I didn't like Dart, because I didn't think Dart was a winner.
Big game. Jackson Dart was terrible. So I don't know what you guys like. People say Jackson Dart, this and that. He didn't win anything in college. Beck's played good college football. I'm not. What I'm saying is I'm not in love with Carson Beck's game. I just mean that might be the NFL is going to be high on him. Because he wins, and he might win the national championship.
NFL loves him.
They might win the national championship this year. Nobody's prepared to say it, but they look really good. And the NFL loves him. He might have two. He might have 2 national championships in college. Yeah. You're a first-round pick when that happens. And you're 6'5" and can throw the ball. And he's not immobile either. He can move a little. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, that's a guy I would trade back up for. And get that and just be like, hey, people at first would have their opinions. I'm not sure I'd be through the moon about it, but the guy's a winning football player.
Yeah. I agree with that, dude. All right, let's get to these questions, then we'll get to our topics here. Did you see Geno deflect blame in his press conference? That was crazy. Also, what do you think happened with Jermaine Pratt?
Yeah, I haven't been excited about Geno's presser. I've watched them, and I really hate what I see. It's I don't know what you can say, it's. I don't know what you can say, but I think he just kept saying look, I throw the ball where I'm supposed to throw it. And we're like, I understand. I don't believe for a second that you're not making read #1 on the play sheet. I bet you're doing that. We're mad that if read #1's not there, you still throw it. Like the Dante Thornton play that they blamed Thornton for, which he shouldn't be on the field as much as he is. I agree. He's not that nuanced as a wide receiver, but that's neither here nor there. And they still are we're going to make you the guy. It's their project this year is to make sure Dante Thornton's good. And it's just not, I feel like they're wrecking the whole offense over it, kind of, to be honest, to make sure he gets touchdowns and make sure he is really good. No, I haven't liked that. To me, it's they're saying he's deflecting blame. I mean, I do think Chip Kelly's not that good, but it's the run game to me that is pissing me off less so than the pass game. I think the pass game, there's guys open, but Geno needs to get to reads and kind of play quarterback that. You have a veteran quarterback. You're supposed to be able to do that, and he's making young guy mistakes. And I don't know what he's supposed to say. He's not saying he's playing well, but
I think what you should say, Glenn, is, I need to play better, and those mistakes don't work out. I shouldn't be making those mistakes. There's really no excuses for it, and we just got to get better. But no, this dude said he had the stat breakdown. Actually, 6 of them were tipped.
Yeah,
and I was thinking to myself, which ones were tipped? I'm you're counting the Derwin's one? Derwin James one as a tip?
Yeah, which was a bad throw.
That's not a tip, bro.
Yeah, no, I know, and also what he did too that I didn't like was everybody wants to talk about stats. But five of my interceptions were I was like, wait, you just brought up a stat. That's a stat. Don't try to counteract stats with stats. And that's my problem. Chip Kelly does the same thing. He's like,
I know.
You can talk about my run balance. Well, we ran the ball 25 times last game. I don't give a shit. You lost 40-6.
Yeah. They averaged 60 points a game, dog.
You didn't score one touchdown indoors, where I heard this guy's elite. It's just that's like the problem. It's like they're trying to own us with facts and logic in the press conference. And to me, I think Pete has the best ones, and everyone seems to hate the Pete Carroll ones. I feel like Pete's just kind of like, man, we'll get there, guys. I don't know. Like right now, we kind of think like he's kind of doing what he should say. You watch the Chip and the Geno ones, and you're like, damn. And then Genty, to me, I love his ones. He's like, hey, they can give me the ball as much as I want, but I know I can make plays, And that's, to me, like that's what you should be saying, because we know he can. I think he looked great against the Colts, and I think he's looked great the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
they took him out in the fourth quarter, which that's probably the right move. Because you're getting your ass kicked. The last thing we needed in that game was Ashton Genty to like tear his knee or something. Like, oh my goodness! Like, you imagine if that's what happened in that game. I think I just think, man, Geno and like Pete Carroll, it's just like the vibes and morale there. And then, like I said, I keep saying this, but you watch Jackson Dart fired up and doing all of this stuff. And I don't know what their press conferences are like, but I just know that doesn't seem to be the vibe on the Raiders right now. And we were kind of promised that.
Yeah. And that's why I think Pete is so shocked about what happened. I think he's in shock about Geno, to be honest. I think he's in shock about how Geno's playing. Like, because, when he had Geno's never really played this bad, like ever, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even his rookie season, he's like really playing worse than his rookie year. and that's why the interception thing pissed me off, because like, why are you even you're a quarterback. You can't make excuses for interceptions. I don't care how they happen.
Yeah, and you're not a rookie either. Like, you are the veteran quarterback on this team full of young guys. Like, there's a lot of young guys in your offense. Like, you should be going, even if like you have a meeting and go, hey, you did this wrong on this thing. In the press conference, you say, that's on me, boom, boom, boom. This guy's working his butt off. We're going to make him great, like do all that. And the only guy he does that for is Thornton. Everybody else is like, it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like the problem is when you're on a bad team, everybody goes into liability mode. Everyone goes into clear your name, cover your ass mode. I'm like, damn, we're already in cover your ass mode right now. I'm not like, you ever work with somebody like that where you'll be working on a big place and like something bad happens and it needs to get fixed first. But when something bad happens, one guy goes, wow, it wasn't me. I'm like, can you help? Like, let's fix it. And then we'll figure out who did it. We got cameras, dummy. You know what I mean? Like people, there's always that one guy that right away that says it wasn't me. And it's like, probably most of the time it's that guy, by the way. But it was just kind of, that's kind of what it feels like the Raiders are right now.
Yeah. You think the coaching staff is outdated?
Not Pete. I don't think Pete's outdated. I think I don't think it's like a dated thing. I think it's a college thing versus, I think Chip is very collegey, as you said, as a word now. I think Chip is very collegey, and that's kind of pissing me off.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they're outdated. I mean, you talk about like how much they play cover 3, but how much they're playing cover 3 right now is because they don't have good corners. And
Pete tried to say that in a very political way. He said, Vinny asked him, and Vinny's the only guy asking any good questions at these press conferences. How much shit Vinny got in the offseason for the Ben Johnson thing. I'm like, dude, you listen to these pressers, and most of the time it's, you're the best of all time, Pete. I'm curious. Would you say? Why are you 30th in offense? Like, it's just like, okay, great. But Vinny will say like, well, you're playing a lot of cover 3. After asking why the D line's not getting home, and that's a fair question. D line's not getting home. You're playing soft cover 3. Right? Like on the back end, like it really does not help the D-line get home if you're giving a cushion on the back end. And Pete's basically saying every coverage is good if you cover it right.
Yeah.
And what that, you guys, I don't think anybody understands that Pete does coach speak, like really, like he really does coach speak. And I'm going to talk about this a little more when we talk about our segment about him. But they don't have the corners right now. And I think that's on him kind of, that they don't have the corners. I think he realized like, okay, I can't win with everybody. I can't just put anybody with, this X-Men, Westworld mold out there and be like, this is fine. I can't do that. I think he'll make the adjustment next year. I think he will. Hey, shout out Eric Stokes. They did miss him. They missed him.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, they missed him. All the metrics on Eric Stokes make him look like he's actually playing well.
I know. So is it Chip or Geno or both? I mean, it's Geno, guys. I'm not gonna. I don't think Chip is as bad. Somebody asked me if I always trusted your analysis, but you said you thought Chip would be good. Because I think the running game's getting better, so they kind of fix the running game, but they can't fix Geno. So I mean, that's the whole problem.
Did you see what BD said the other day on Twitter about the run game that I thought was really interesting?
Yeah. I saw that.
Did you see? Now the only reason I'm asking you that is he said some words that I don't exactly understand, but it sounded like they're okay. Here we go. Perfect. So there's that play where it was Ashton Genty's first run of week 5, and he just gets blown up behind the line, right? After making that nice catch and stuff. And BD says, you're going to keep seeing secondary come off the edge when you come out under center with a condensed split. Either run a very long developing play action, either run or a very long developing play action pass, high probability of DB getting a TFL versus a trash opponent. So like, I mean, the corners are just allowed to crash on these plays because they see the way it's lined up. Like that to me is like, that's my problem with Chip Kelly. It's like, BD's is, very good at this stuff, but like at the end of the day, you would think defensive coordinators at least see that too. That's kind of my problem with it. I think in the pass game, he's solid, Chip Kelly. And like you said, it's just the Geno problem really railroaded this season.
Yeah, it's just mostly, can we just admit they whipped him in the draft again? I can't do that yet. I mean, Genty looks good, guys.
I like first of all, draft. I think their draft is fine.
Genty looks good. Jack Bech looks good to me. Darian Porter has played well. That's the first 3 picks.
If that ball didn't get tipped, which the guy was offsides, by the way. I will say I don't like doing the ref, excuse thing. That guy was offsides on that play. It pissed me off. Like clearly offside. That should have been at least a free play. And the tip ball ends in an interception. Bech was wide open in the end zone on that play. And that ball was going to Bech. The reason I'm really pissed about that was because I called Jack Bech's first career touchdown. I would have been right. I would look like a genius.
Chip Kelly made the call, man.
Oh no, Bech has. I think every catch Jack Bech has been a first down this year.
Yeah,
he hasn't dropped anything. He hasn't dropped any of his targets. There hasn't been any miscommunication where like he clearly ran the wrong route or something. So when people say like that's a bad pick, I'm like it's not, And what I will say is the way you would know it was a bad pick right now, or at least that he's not anywhere near ready, is if Jacobe Meyers got paid.
100%.
If Jacobe Meyers got paid, they'd be like, Jack Bech ain't that good.
I mean, Chip Kelly basically said, he's like, yeah, I mean, we really can't play him that much because Jacobe Meyers is inside.
Yeah, which
he literally told you.
Which is funny because put Meyers outside. We know he's good on the outside. Like he's very good at both. Your Thornton's your problem. Thornton is like you keep shoehorning Thornton into the offense, and it's just Thornton should be getting the best snaps, like the best amount of snaps, and then Bech I think should be, in my opinion, if not a starter, wide receiver 3 at least.
Yeah, you love that. You love them.
But you're right. Like that, those three picks, like people can quibble over, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that. Look, it's all the time. Genty's look good in my opinion. Bech's look good when they throw the ball to him. And Porter, I think he's gonna be good. You have to understand, guys played 9 career college games at corner, and it sucks that the special teams plays aren't getting made, and their special teams sucks. That's my one problem. I don't know if it's Porter. I don't know if that's a Porter problem, but I kind of expected him to be like the guy on special teams. So, but great. Really, you got to come out of this draft with 3 good players, and then the rest of it, you got to get some depth out of it. And they haven't had that like the last 3 drafts really. I'll say Telesco draft was okay, but the drafts before that, they got nothing out of their drafts, and that's why there's nobody on this team right now. That's why with Brock Bowers or these guys get hurt, they don't have anybody. That I called out the Tyree Wilson draft class. They just haven't been. I mean, Trey Tucker's the one out of that class. He's the best one out of those guys. Unfortunately, Meyers hurt, and I'd like to see it, and he's gonna start this week. Meyer's gonna be tight end 1 this week. He's gonna have to make some plays.
I expect him to. I hope
so. a lot of people, when the team's bad, they blame the draft class this year. A lot of times when teams are bad, it's the draft class from 2 years ago that sucks.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
I mean, Genty's at 4.3 yards per carry. He's
good. He's clearly good. People watch it. It's like, especially with that first pass play, you're like, that's a nasty like pass play that he caught. Like down, you're like, that's nice. You know what I mean? Like he can do whatever. I like him a lot. So it's always weird when people complain about him like on this team. I'm like, man, he's like the reason I tune in on Sundays. Like I'm like, man, it's like the guy I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he's on pace for 1,000. He's on pace for 1,000 yards. This thing.
He's on pace for 1,000 yards, probably 300 to 300 receiving. I would think, because I think they're really going to.
No, he only has 62 yards receiving.
But I think that's going to ramp up big time. I think he's going to be in between 300 and 400 yards receiving. I think he's got 4 touchdowns right now. Everybody's high on Scattaboo right now, and he does look good, but and for the positional value people, that does sound good. I think Scattaboo is going to play himself into an early retirement, but he's going to be here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get to our first topic. We talk about firing Pete Carroll.
Yeah. So people, and I get it. This is the fan base. You start 1-4. Everybody, it's almost AI at this point where the fan base is going to say fire everybody because we should not be 1-4. I would like to make the case for keeping Pete Carroll not only this year but through next year as well, at least. Okay. Apparently, this is a big deal. Like I didn't think it was a big deal at all. People, look, it doesn't look the way it was supposed to look. I'm not defending the way the team has looked or anything. It's not good. But for me, so let's say, like, I think a lot of people that want Pete Carroll fired want a young offensive mind to take over the team. Don't you think that's fair? Like, you think that's probably what these people want, right? When they want Pete Carroll fired, they want young offensive mind, like a Liam Cohen, like those type of guys that you see them being successful right now. If you are that young offensive mind and a team with no quarterback who has fired 3 head coaches in the last 3 years calls on you, are you even picking up the phone? No. Because you're not going to even give me that first year because people say, oh, they're going to have a top pick, so they'll get a quarterback. All right, I don't know that sells coaches nearly as much as people think. Having the rookie quarterback, Liam Cohen went to Jacksonville for Trevor Lawrence, right? It's quite clear I can fix Trevor Lawrence, right? And people can say he hasn't played that well in the years past. Whatever, big arm, big strong dude. They get it. So my thing is, look, you can't just fire your coach every year. Like, that has a blast radius. You know what I mean? That kills the livestock. That takes out the plants. That takes out everything. You can't just keep doing it. And especially when you fire a respected coach like Pete Carroll. Firing Antonio Pierce, firing Josh McDaniels, when they said the Raiders fired Pete Carroll after 1 year, nobody's going to want to go near this damn organization. Nope. And to me, like, you gotta. I think they're doing an okay job of building through the draft right now. It's just a lot of times when you build through the draft, that doesn't mean the first year that you're good. I think Pete thought that they were going to be good this year. Don't get me wrong. I think he thought, look, I'll make it happen. But John Spytek, I don't think did. We talked about this all through the offseason. That was a big top to our offseason talking points. The John Spy, like, are the Raiders trying to win now? We couldn't figure it out, right? Like, we're like, well, on one, you draft Genty, you kind of think you get Geno, you think that's going to win now. If you are trying to win now, Jacobe Meyers gets an extension. That $40 million of cap space or whatever it is not it's not sitting there. If you're trying to win, right now we're going on a run. I think Pete thought he was going to. I think Pete was like, hey, I'll make us competitive. I'll have us in every game. But I think Spytek was like, look, we're going to sign a lot of 1-year deals. We're going to try to see if we can find guys like Eric Stokes, Jeremy Chin, guys like that, see if we can get them on audition contracts, see if they're worth keeping around. This is going to be one of those eval years, roster eval years, and build through the draft. They traded down like in the second round twice. They didn't operate as aggressive as even I thought they would. So to me, I think Pete was definitely, I think it's just torture for Pete right now, but they're bad. But I think to me that you got to see this through for at least a couple years. Now, I see the question in the comments,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a bad question. If they're just ass, like top number 1 overall pick, 2-win season, like just bad, does Pete retire?
That's a good question.
That's not off the table, in my opinion. And at that point, it is what it is, right? Like you can't, what are you going to do to stop that? You can't stop that. It is what it is. I just mean when a guy retires, it's different than like, we're done, Pete. You didn't do what we thought it was. You like these coaches who are going for their first coaching jobs, they're not going to want to do it here. If you fired a guy who's won a Super Bowl before. Like, for us fans, we think, no, this and this. Like, no, like this is a league. It's a fraternity. This league, the coaches, the players, and all that stuff. If he does retire, then he retires. Then we're on the coaching search with the top pick, and we see what happens. I just think that I don't think that sends the message to the league the same thing as we fired him. We're too good for this. We're not. Sadly, like it and. For me, I think they do an okay job. I think we're just going to have to take our lumps. And honestly, even with Pete, if he's here for 3 years, but you build a good roster through the draft for 3 years, and then he's like, I think I'm done. At least there's a good roster, or something like that. And it makes a coach come in and take it. Like people talk about Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville has a better roster than the Raiders. I think they do. I think they do. I think Devin Lloyd, I mean, they've had like some high picks that weren't playing well under certain coaches, but like Devin Lloyd, these guys like that, and again, Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. Ben Johnson took the Chicago job because Caleb Williams was there. We might not like Caleb Williams. People might not like him. He's the number 1 overall pick. Like these guys take these jobs for a reason. What were we offering somebody in the offseason? An offensive mind. Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell and the 6th overall pick in a draft where Cam Ward's going number 1, and we'll see. That doesn't satisfy a lot of fans, but I'd actually be really pissed if they fired Pete after this year.
To be honest, what I think happened this season is they are in rebuild mode for every other position.
I agree.
Except the quarterback. Right? So, because you can see Pete's like detachment. Like, it really isn't about the players. I don't even think he's shocked that they don't have super talented players.
Yeah.
I think it's that he thought the quarterback that they brought in, right? Because, I mean, you could even look at this how if you go John Spytek versus Pete Carroll, right? Whether the Raiders are rebuilding. Because the rest of the roster says they are. The quarterback said they aren't. And that's kind of how I look at this, right? Because even offensively, and I think I said this to Matt on the last TDL episode, is that they aren't that far away from having pieces, right? You got JPJ who's playing really well. Back, he's played really well. I mean, Dylan Parr has played really well the last 2 weeks.
Glaze has gotten better.
Glaze has gotten better the last 2 weeks, right? You still got Colton Miller. You got Jack Besh. You got Ashton Genty. You got Dante Thornton. I mean, you can talk about whether he's good or not right now, but he's still a piece. Trey Tucker is here for another year.
Yeah.
Like offensively, it really feels like they just got to add somebody there, like a quarterback, right? That's all it feels like. It just feels like they got to add a better quarterback, and then who can just tough it out, and then they can get something going. Especially like Genty gets better next year. All those things. The offense feels like it's almost there, right? It's the defense that has nobody that we could think of like for the future, really, besides like Max Crosby, right? I mean, other than that. Kuntz maybe if Kuntz is stronger.
Again, they didn't give him they gave him a 1-year deal. Did they think
Devin White?
Look at the contracts they gave out. They were very conservative in free agency. The Wilkins thing probably caught them a little by surprise, of course. But again, like you can't punish this organization for the bad drafts from the the Gruden and McDaniels era. You know what I mean? And like those eras, you can't punish them for that. And so I think the problem is Pete is not going to go out there and say that. That's just not what you do as a coach. You don't say we don't have the roster. Like you don't do that. Like maybe as fans we would appreciate that honesty, but I don't think so. The organization, I think Mark Davis would be pissed if he went out there and said that. Like it's just you see it in the way he's talking. It's not there, right? Yeah. And I think they're going to keep going at this, and they're going to keep building and building and building. Now the coordinators, I'm not so sure. Now Chip Kelly's got a big contract, so it's going to be interesting to be like, hey Mark, can you eat this contract? You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a decision to say. I know he doesn't have the most to work with, but I don't know if I'm a Patrick Graham guy anymore. I don't know. I'm not blaming him for why they're bad, but at some point, like I mean, he was even thinking about it last year, right? Like I'm gonna go somewhere else. He's a smart defensive coordinator, but I kind of want like more of a psycho defensive coordinator that like just is like go kill somebody. You know what I mean? And like Patrick Graham is like this like X's and O's guy, and whatever. Neither here nor there. What I mean is they're going to I think it would be the problem with the Raiders is that they actually haven't committed to like building a team ever. And people hate the word rebuild, right? They say we've been doing it all the time. I don't think the Raiders actually have. I think the last time the Raiders tried to rebuild was in 2019 when they had 3 first-round picks, right? Didn't go well. They didn't draft well with those. Like it just whatever. I mean, it doesn't mean you never try again, right? Yeah. Like, but the McDaniels, they didn't rebuild. They traded their first and second round pick for Devontae Adams because they trusted that the 2021 Raiders that went to the playoffs, that was for real, right? Even despite all the roster issues on there, they've always tried to put a Band-Aid on it and kind of retool. They've always tried to retool. They've always tried to rebuild on the fly. Even the Geno contract, I don't consider that to be anything that hamstrings the team at all. Like you can move on from that at any moment. It's not that big of a deal, right? The one thing you don't have right now is the Max trade chip. I think you see it as engagement on there. It's 90 million dead cap if they trade Max. It's not happening.
Yeah, they ain't trading Max Crosby. That's crazy talk.
Well, what I mean is even if they wanted to, they can't.
I know that, and they won't because that's crazy talk. That's fans like just trying to talk to me because it doesn't make any sense. Like why? Give me a good reason why you should do that. We want him to win. No. We build around him. Yeah. It's not like he doesn't want to be here. It'd be different if he didn't want to be here. He's
calling players only meetings, which I know is not a good sign for a team. That's always a death sentence, but none of us are really that optimistic on the season anymore. But he's still like Max would check out and he's not checking out. Like he's not. And it's frustrating. I hate watching. Maybe he's Joe Thomas. He might be Joe Thomas, unfortunately. Joe Thomas is considered one of the best at his position ever. Didn't win a damn thing ever in his career. But whatever. I mean, it sucks for him. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's too bad. But he's also a very rich man and has a nice family. And he does his social media stuff. And he seems to like living in Vegas. And I think you still can get a lot out of his career and stuff with these teams. And he's playing really well. And again, it doesn't matter if he doesn't want to be here. You signed an extension. It is $90 million of dead cap if they trade him. $90 million. That's off the table. You should not have signed an extension if you wanted to get traded. So what I mean is it's the same thing. I mean, they told Jacobe Meyers they weren't trading him. What do you think they're going to tell Max Crosby if he goes in there?
No.
So, and Jacobe Meyers was very tradable. Very, very, very tradable, contractually speaking.
No, if you trade somebody else, you trade Crosby to take on his contract. No, you got to be. That's why it's dead money.
It's dead cap. It doesn't matter. They could say, "I'll take on the entirety of his contract." The league penalizes you. This is a players' union thing. This is what gets This is a players' union thing that tells the league like this is just. It's like I don't know if some of you guys have ever seen like your checking account not working or something like that. Yeah. Like just for obvious technical difficulties. Not like guys wouldn't have that money or anything, but like the just this money's not available to use. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot use it. Even if you came up with the cash and the other team said that, you cannot do that. So any team that's drawing up these who says no deals, the Raiders say no because it's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, because somebody said something about Max checked out. It doesn't matter if he did.
He didn't check out, by the way. Like, it's his play is not showing. He's pissed off. He's pissed off. Losing sucks. I mean, it's is it checking out that are we checked out right now? No.
Yeah.
No, but what I mean is we're not very excited, but like, are we checked out? No, we're here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just everybody's like reads into every single thing these guys say and stuff. And really at the end of the day, sorry, you signed up to play for the Raiders. You signed up and said, I'm going to take at the time, and it was only for a week, but at the time taking the, highest paid defensive end thing to come stay here. He could have said, hey, thank you, but I'd like to be traded if that's possible.
And my thing too is like, if you trade Max Crosby, like you have to replace him. So when does that happen?
Well, I'm not as worried about that.
Okay.
I'm not as worried. Look at the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys are in that bad of a spot right now after trading Micah Parsons. Now, this year, yeah, their defense is going to hold them back, but you can, like, okay, we see a team that only has a defensive end right now. Does anyone fear our defense? No, because all we have is a defensive end. That's kind of what the Cowboys were right now, right? So you trade Micah Parsons, and he's, by the way, I'm sorry, you put up, Micah Parsons was playing when the Cowboys put 40 up on them. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, it caused you to tie, and the Packers have had some tough moments. What, neither here nor there. What I mean is the Cowboys are at least set up for 4 first-round pick. Maybe not any of them become Micah Parsons, but if you come up with 4 solid starters, or even 3 solid starters out of those 4 picks, which the Cowboys do more or less. In the first round, the Cowboys drafted decent first-round picks. Look at their whole offensive line that's playing well right now. All first-round picks. Like, they do a good job. And if you just get good player, you have a deeper, like, kind of more well-rounded roster. I think that's what they're doing with that. What I mean is the Raiders can't do that now, so it doesn't matter. The time to do it was last year, and they didn't. So teams think they're going to get him because team should be trading for Jeffrey Simmons right now, not Max Crosby. That's what they should be. The fan bases should be getting at.
Charles Lewis, what he wants to go look at the practice. I just want to tell you, I know I have a Max Agent Connect, so I would know this.
But it doesn't matter. Like,
I would know though.
Yeah, you could draw up all this stuff. The Raiders go, sorry, we're not going to take on $90 million of dead cap to trade you. Like, that's it. They're not going to do it. It is what it is. Like, you could call. I'm sure teams call. Call it.
And also, I want to say this. Let's keep it real. There's no way he looked around and was like, "Yo, we're gonna win a Super Bowl with this."
Yeah. When
he signed it. Yeah. let's keep it real, guys. Let's keep it real.
I know. People take these press conferences and people take these like podcast, like the things these guys say, they take it as like gospel. And really, you can only take a few things out of them, like we do with like Chip Kelly and stuff. A lot of times these guys are up there bullshitting.
Yeah. If somebody said the 49ers called up on Max, I'm sure. I mean,
hey, I'll call tomorrow. I'll call the Raiders. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's to say Ruben is like, no, dog.
What's the rumor? Put your sources.
Yeah, Charles, I know his agent.
Hey, somebody's trolling.
I would know that. I would know that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I'm just
Somebody's trolling in there. Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. That's what's.
All right, let's get these questions. We get to the next topic. Do you like the QB from Baylor? Sawyer Robertson. He's erratic.
He is big though. And he's big, and he's got that crazy guy demeanor too, where he does not back down. Like he'll battle. He'll throw a pick, he'll come right back. You know what I mean? Just be like, all right, we're playing. I do like that. I do like that out of him. I don't know. Yeah, we are trading me. I'm moving.
Who we trade you for, Glenn? Who's
the shelves are bare. It's true.
Okay.
I am moving. I am getting out of here. So it's a good move, though. It's not a bad move. Hey, I could turn the camera off, but I wanted to show you guys the realness here. This is not my drop shipping company behind me. Yeah.
No. The thing is, like, the Raiders had 11 picks. I mean, we are in real ball. I'm telling you guys, we are. They lied to us. Like, they had 11 picks last year. They just didn't draft a quarterback. What Louis starts to rebuild is drafting a quarterback. And I feel like this year they're not going to need a lot of picks to do that. the way this team is looking.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to need a lot of picks to do that, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what really starts a rebuild. It's not trading all the guys. It's really bringing in a new quarterback that is young. That's when you start a rebuild. But they decided to rebuild around it and then bring in Geno because Pete Carroll probably didn't want to lose.
And that's the biggest issue. That's why he looks so damn shocked in the press conference right now. He's like, shit, Geno sucks.
Man, I didn't know this guy was going to be ass. He didn't want to lose.
He can talk him up all he wants in the press conference. His face is going like, this guy, he is killing me right now.
Yeah.
No, Geno's cooked. It's Matt Schaub. I said it last week, right? I said Geno might be Matt Schaub. You look at their careers, they're very similar. Matt Schaub was a backup in Atlanta for many years. Backup. Now, he wasn't the high pick Geno was, but backup. Good years with the Texans. Like, oh, damn. Like, didn't win anything, but like, look at Matt Schaub. He's got Andre Johnson. He's throwing 5,000. He had a 5,000-yard season one time. Like, it was crazy. Like, they were out of control. And then when Matt Schaub went down, he set a pick-6 record. Like, it was comical. Remember when he came to the Raiders? He was a fake field goal. He threw a pick-6 on a fake field goal. I've never seen that in my life. When it's bad, it's bad. And,
they had to play Derek. They had no shot. They had no choice.
And I will say, for people with Pete, like, people bring up that Pete, when he got to Seattle, Russell Wilson was there. That's not entirely true. They made a bad quarterback signing when Pete Carroll got there.
Matt Flynn.
Flynn sanity. People forget about Flynn sanity because it came to the Raiders right after. You know what I mean? He did this. Maybe this is Seattle all over again. We just didn't pay attention to it. He signs Matt Flynn. And luckily, Russell Wilson saves him in the 3rd round. Like, otherwise, it's like, that would have been ass, even with the Legion of Boom.
Switch up on AOC. The NFL switched up on AOC, bro. Don't give me that. All right.
Charles is that mean. He's a mean guy tonight. Just relax.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Any college games to watch for the upcoming QB class? I mean, Indiana's playing Oregon. What do you think of that Texas Tech guy? Is he coming out this year? Who, Morgan?
Yeah.
I haven't really watched him. I haven't heard too much about him.
He's playing a little ball, man. I'm telling you. John, I don't know if John Mateer is playing for Oklahoma. I said he's thinking about getting out there for the Red River rivalry. John Mateer is my QB1. As of right now, I think Mendoza might be 2 for me. I gotta watch more Dante Moore. I love the way he battled against Penn State. I thought the way he battled on the road, that was baller shit. I was like, wow, I really liked that. So yeah, if Mateer's playing this week, watch that Texas game. If he shreds Texas, I'll tell you, that arm, John Mateer. I'm just, yeah, no, I like him a lot, and I like Sellers too. Like, if they took Sellers, I wouldn't be mad. Because I think there's something there, and Sellers is kind of a nerd too, so I wouldn't worry about him in Vegas.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about him at all.
He looks like Clark Kent. Like, he has like Clark Kent glasses. Yeah.
He got a bad hairline. He's black. Yeah, I like that. That means he doesn't care about anything about football.
Which sucks, because like you get cooked for that. Like,
exactly.
Brock Bowers, you can't, like, we don't cook Brock Bowers in the community. We don't. Yeah. We're just like, he's bald. That's kind of cool. But if Brock Bowers was black, oh my goodness. Like, my gosh.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess when you're 6'4", 250, you could do that. You know, nobody's gonna make jokes. I remember when I watched that documentary, I was like, man. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take you just because you don't care about your haircut, and I think I'm taking that serious.
He just likes food. He was just eating at steakhouses and like,
I know.
Which, you know, I guess we do have to worry about that. You only get fat, but you know, yeah, he just looked like a big nerd. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, you know, and that was kind of, I was like, I do like Sellers. I do.
Yeah, so, he's improved a lot as a passer too.
He's a guy you trade. That's another guy I think you might be able to trade back up, you know, unless he, you know, I don't know. But Dante Moore, I think there's a lot of good quarterbacks. I know there's not that like one that everyone's going to try to lose for, but I think that's kind of a good thing as a Raider fan, since we always seem to miss that guy. Yeah. So yeah, that's cool.
Will Sayan be eligible? I don't know.
Ty Simpson's the interesting one.
Yeah, I like Ty Simpson too.
Am I a Sanders fan? No, that debate is the most boring debate in sports.
I know.
Dylan Gabriel played good football, so like, people are like wanting to get hurt and stuff. Like, come on.
Before I get to this question, but I would say Dante Moore. Dante Moore is boring, which I
Yeah,
kind of like.
I like it, but like I said, when you need a play, he goes and makes
it.
It's it's like boring. Okay, I gotta go make a play. I make a play instead of I gotta go make a play. No, it's first and it's second and 5. You don't have to make a play, and that's when you guys get in trouble. He's an Oregon quarterback. They're all boring.
Yeah. He reminds me of Bo Nix a lot, but it's like
Herbert played that way at Oregon too. It's the same way, and he kind of still does, unfortunately, for Charger fans. Like he just kind of like I gotta go make a play. Geno could really watch some Dante Moore film. That'd be weird, but I'm not a Drew Aller fan.
I hate Drew Aller is a freak, and he's ass. I mean, you're in college football. You're a freak.
Yeah, no, not an Aller fan. If you could watch a Drew Aller great throw compilation, and you'll be like, why isn't this guy number? Sit down and watch a game. I'll tell you this right now. You want to find out if Drew Aller's good or not? Bet money on Penn State, and put your checking account in the hands of Drew Aller. You'll find out real fast if you like him or not.
No, Drew Aller's a freak, man, and he sucks with a bunch of freaks around him. No,
I'm out on Drew Aller. Like, he's going to be the one. Like, and people might have heard what I said earlier in the show. Like, although the guys Glen doesn't like actually are good. Okay, go ahead, bookmark that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's true. I am not a fan.
Yeah, man. I can't do it. I can't do the Drew Aller. It's just to me because he's huge, he can run with a cannon, and he's not dominating college football. He's played for a while. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's changing systems or whatever. Why did Geno ask Tom Brady to watch film with him? Create snap. What should I be looking for post snap? Geno's in year 13. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's why that's the thing is like we're not talking about we're not talking about a guy who's been in the league for a couple of years. It's the guy who's been in the league for a long time. And that's just, he can't be doing this, man. Like and again, he has the longest time to throw. That was asked in the thing. Like, you could say all you want. I mean, even Stone Forsythe, who clearly looks like the weak link on the line and got whooped a couple times. They still gave him a decent pocket most of this game.
Yeah.
Last 2 games, the offensive line's been just fine for me watching it. I won't say they're elite, but they're just fine. Which he didn't have just fine last year as his O-line in Seattle. He had bad.
Yeah, man. It's frustrating because I'm like Pete, man. I'm in shock at how bad he's playing too. What is the percentage chance you think Pete could be when you're done? I mean,
if he retires,
I don't think Pete's a quitter though. I think it might drive him more. You know what I mean?
I think it'll be interesting because I don't think he's ever dealt with this before, right?
Yeah,
Has he actually like where it's like, damn, and it does suck, like, right? Like, you imagine like the thing is he clearly knows he can't be without football, and unless he does us real dirty and has like another job somewhere, which, you know what I mean?
Goes to Florida,
where you retire and then. Yeah, that's true. The college game or something like that. Like, there's always that. But Belichick is not exactly auditioning well for the 70-year-old coaches in college football right now. He is not putting on for that. That is not becoming a trend based on Belichick. So, no, I think that what I mean is like I feel when I watch the games, I'm like, man, Pete might retire. But after the games are over, I go, nah, he's fine. Like He's gonna. He knows, man. I think he just knows. He's like, man, Geno. Fucking. Why we were texting? We were talking all kinds of shit in the offseason. I'm gonna come trade for you. Why the hell did I do that?
Exactly.
That's what he's thinking in his head right now, more than anything.
Yeah. You looked bad. It was on TV, or is it just one guy messing up? I mean, they look terrible last week. I don't know. I can't. Offense and defense are.
Yeah, they were just bad. I mean, it was the Washington game against a better team. I think the Colts are really good, but yeah.
Yeah. Why does Jacoby have bad stats this year? Is it because of Geno? Yes,
it is. Also, I if anybody's checked it out, I think it's him. I'm not accusing him of anything, but like, start playing Jack Besh is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Do you think it's a power struggle between Spytek and Carroll?
No. I think they actually completely understand what the roster is. To be honest, I think both of them do.
I'm telling you, I really thought Pete traded for Geno Smith so he didn't have to be on a losing team.
Yeah. He thought they were going to win like I think realistically, like if you were to ask Pete, put Pete on a polygraph test and be like, how many games do you think the Raiders are going to win this year? He's going to be like 8. Right? Like he's like, we're going to win 8 games. You know what I mean? With Geno, Geno's going to get us to 8 games. And then we're going to draft, through the draft, we're going to bring in some more guys. We're going to make this team even better. We're going to win 10 games the next year. And then we're going to win the Super Bowl. That's what he thought. Right. And I think he's going to be like, fuck, I got to lead a damn quarterback. You know what I mean?
That's probably what he's thinking. He's like, damn, I got to draft a quarterback now.
John, my bad. Yeah. Yeah. John, my bad. I know you didn't want this guy. John, hey, Rafa, you want to meet me at the gym? Meet me at the gym tomorrow morning, dude. I'm gonna talk to you about something. My fault, dude. Yeah.
He's like, my bad, man.
He shows up with cold brew coffee. He's like, my fault, dude. Hey.
My fault, man.
Hey, my bad. Yeah. So anyways, what do you think about Lenore Sellers? That Sellers kid out of South Carolina. Man, you watch him the other day? It's like, we'll see.
The thing is with Dante Moore too. I mean, he was recruited by Chip Kelly.
Yeah, that's why I think Kelly's the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah,
this year. I think he is, and I think he's going to get a head coaching college job next year.
Yeah,
which I don't think he actually wants, but to me, it's Kelly's attitude, which everybody warns you about, so it's not too bad. But I think Kelly's a sacrificial lamb. Pete is not sugarcoating the Kelly thing. He's just like, we're not calling the right place. Like he's doing that. And to be honest, Chip just pisses me off. And I you can't blame, like that first drive against Indy. I'm like, this is perfect on Indy. I'm like, they're grinding this team down, physical football, just like this is exactly what I want. Right, move the chains, and then punch in, and then the red zone they don't score, and some of that was, in my opinion, I thought it was a bad call by Chip, but also, like you have Genty, like Genty can get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they ran the ball once in the red zone.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like to me, it's like you can like just score with the run game. Like this guy like does not get tackled the only time he gets tackled is in the backfield. I feel like, and otherwise he gets past the line of scrimmage, he's going to make a guy miss, and that's in the red zone.
Yeah, so, I mean, it kind of is our second topic. One more question. Is this still Graham's defense? I think so.
I think so, but it's just Carroll philosophy. But I don't know. I've always been a little lukewarm on Patrick Graham.
They blitz way more than Pete Carroll would. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and I think it's, unfortunately to me, it's like the defensive tackle, like Adam Butler. I've not seen him get a peep of criticism.
Is he still on the team? Is he?
Oh, he could be in Ibiza right now. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Like you want to talk about a guy? Everybody's like, "Bro, my boy Adam Butler finally got the bag." Okay, I guess that's because where has he been? Nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, do you think Chip Kelly will make the be here next year?
No.
No,
I don't think so. And especially the fact that I think they're bringing in a young quarterback next year. I think Pete's going to get real picky of who the offensive coordinator is.
I mean, I'd take Mike McDaniels.
I think that's because Mike McDaniel I do not think is a leader of men, but I don't think he's like this Chip Kelly kind of like, I know everything. I know what 1947 football was. He's not one of those guys. I like that though. I do because I think that run game with Genty would be nasty.
Mike McDaniel would be awesome.
He would cook, yeah. And Mike McDaniel is a dead man walking, I think. So it's definitely something to think about. Hey, you know who else is a dead man walking? Dave Canales, probably in Carolina, I think.
You think so?
Yes. Somebody's going, because right now they have to make a decision on Bryce Young. This is Bryce Young's 3rd year, correct?
Mm-hmm. But they won last week. They're 2-3 though, right? They're
2-3, but are they going to win that? Are they going to win that division? I mean,
it's early. I'm just saying it's early. Like
it is. What I mean is I'll tell you, if Dave Canales gets fired from Carolina, that's our offensive coordinator next year.
Okay. Yeah.
Dave Canales came up under Pete Carroll, and he's good. I mean, Dave Canales is good. He fixed Baker Mayfield. Nobody gives him any credit for that, but he fixed Baker Mayfield.
He did.
Dave Canales is good. So that's why I'm saying that. But I would Mike McDaniel might not want it. Although Mike McDaniel's in Miami right now, so you're talking about like temptation and stuff. Like,
and I heard he's not an alcoholic. I heard he used to be alcoholic, but he doesn't drink anymore. So,
well, I think the term is that you're always one. No, I'm not joking. I think that's like when you
I know what you.
yeah, like yeah. He's not currently using.
I don't know. I swear there was a drink in his hand when I was. Sorry if I said this. I swear there was a drink in his hand when I was at the combine. But anyways,
a mocktail, dude. It could have
been a mocktail. Could have been a mocktail. Could have been a mocktail. Could have been a mocktail.
A little palm juice, you know, a little palm juice with a lime, dude. Yeah, club soda.
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of feel like if depends on how they finish the year. If they finish the year strong on offense and they're getting Genty getting going and they're scoring some more points, I think Chip would be here because that would be enticing to get Dante Moore because Dante Moore, who knows him.
I thought Chip didn't like him though. He
didn't like him.
So somebody in the comments last week was a UCLA fan in the comments, and I thought Dante Moore left because of that.
I thought he left because Chip left.
I think he left. This is just what the UCLA fan was saying. So I don't know, but I think Dante Moore's been on the Oregon roster for a while. So I don't know, but it's interesting. Just think about it, you know. But to me, you know, we'll see. I mean, like to me, I don't think that. Like when a quarterback's in year 13, I'm not necessarily be like, oh, Chip Kelly's he's throwing picks because of Chip Kelly. Like this is clearly a Geno thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I don't put interceptions on Chip Kelly. Like I'm not. I just am not putting him on there. There's just certain things in the run game that I don't love that I thought I was going to love a lot more about his run game.
Me too.
Like, people just crash. Everybody just seems to crash everything.
Yeah,
you know?
He doesn't do that one thing where he has a guy line up in the slot and come in a motion and do like. You could do that here too. You could do that here too, Chip.
It's weird. He threw the first screen to Genty in the red zone, which was beautiful, and they got inside the 5-yard line. I like that. We got that last week, and maybe Chip thinks he's going to be here for 10 years, and just is like, well, I'm just rolling it out right now. He's like Jay Electronica's albums, you know. He's just like, it's coming, guys. You know, like my real offense is coming.
Yeah, I guess Chip benched Dante, and Dante transferred for a chance he got.
Okay, that maybe it was Big STD last time it said that, but somebody had said, I said, oh, that's interesting. That's very.
It's always a favorite comment when somebody tells me to watch the film. Like I don't chart it and watch it 5 times in slow motion.
Yeah, Dante Thornton just needs time. I just
think Dante Thornton should have caught that damn ball that was thrown to him. Stop being I'm gonna say this. He should have stopped.
That was bad.
You know the word I'm about to come with that.
Yeah, definitely. You were gonna
get some balls. Jump up and catch that ball.
6'5", your feet are glued to the floor.
Yeah, he like, bro.
That pissed me off.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Chip. Yeah. I just love when people tell me to watch the film. I think it's hilarious. Like if you watch the film, like, bro, I watch too much of this shit. I watched way more of this shitty game than you ever have in your life. I would tell you that. I was pissed watching that shit. I didn't even finish because I was like, it's 40-6. Yeah. What the fuck am I charting?
Yeah. It's gonna turn into a horror. We gotta make a horror movie about Marcus where like his hand starts doing something crazy and like, you know what I mean? Like charting halfway through.
Yeah. It's bullshit, man. Like it's like the second year row. I was like, damn, I'm getting good at this. I'm figuring out this offense. And they're like 1-7. You know, I don't want to fucking do this shit anymore. I'm just gonna watch this film and just put it together and get ready for the show. It's just too much work for a shitty ass offense.
Sucks, you know man. I remember when you tweeted after the Patriots game, I get to watch good QB film, and I remember thinking, man, this is gonna be such a nice year for Marcus. Now it's worse because the guy's supposed to be good.
Yeah, he's supposed to be good. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's like it's Gardner Minshew. You're like, Gardner Minshew sucks. This sucks because Gardner Minshew sucks. To be honest, Geno's not outplaying Gardner Minshew.
He's not. He's already got a meme. Some Raiders fan made him something about him turning into Gardner Minshew.
I had a Bronco fan. It was Cy's wife's uncle on Instagram DM'd me. He's a Bronco fan, and this hurt my feelings, but it was funny. And it said, I just spotted Geno Smith on my street, and it was a truck hitting a garbage can and garbage spilling all over this guy's driveway. And I didn't have anything to say in return. Yeah. I was like, damn. Yeah, you're right. I said I feel bad for the garbage can being compared to Geno Smith.
So I said I didn't get that on the shirt. I watched whatever shitty tape that you have.
Yeah. That was like your Denny Green moment, like the press conference. Like that's what that reminded me of. Like that. Or no, who's the guy for Oklahoma State? Guy just got fired. I'm a man.
Mike Gundy.
I'm 40 years old. I'm a man. That was still one of the best press conferences ever. And it was a real nice one. Two people make fun of it, but he was like, "Don't write news articles about this kid. I'm a man. Come at me." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it kills me every time. Yeah. That one. I'm a man. I'm 40 years old. As I get older, I love that one.
All right. So are we back in Carson Beck?
Yes, I think I am. I think I am.
I'm gonna check the film. I'm gonna check.
This would be the first time for me. I actually was never on him, but now I'm like, I tell you that Miami, and look, he beat my guys, and he looked good. He was taking what was in front of him. He was just playing quarterback, and he's smart. Yeah.
Drew, so if you had a good offensive coach, you could see. The thing is,
no.
Okay.
That's
so
Raider. That's Al Davis is taking Drew Aller. By the way, that Al Davis would take him. Like he would take him really high, and everyone would be like, "Look at that arm! I like the way he throws the deep ball." And they would, and you would, everyone would get excited. I'm telling you, bet money. I'm not. This is not financial advice. If you're unsure about Drew Aller, bet money and then watch him, and see if you feel comfortable with a portion of your checking account attached to Drew Aller. And then if that's not making sense, then you'll be like, would my first round pick next year, would I give him that? I guarantee you your answer to both will be no.
Yeah, I just saw somebody compare Dante Thornton to Jerry Rice. I just want to tell you, Jerry Rice had Jerry Rice.
Yeah, is Chip Kelly in the chat? Yeah.
Jerry Rice had 927 yards on 18 yards per reception his rookie year. So I just want to say that. Come on, guys. Jerry ran a 4.6. I just want to say that. He averaged 18 yards per reception. Ran a 4.6.
Emeka, dude, the top 5 receivers. Somebody posted the top 5 receivers in the NFL, and it's all like Puka is a freak athlete, like he is. Like so, he's number 1. But like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Emeka Egbuka, these guys are just like, they're not like burners.
Yeah.
And they're killing it right now. And that kind of is the league right now, is these yak guys that are smart and you can line them up anywhere. That's kind of, I think that's that's kind of the way to go. I mean, and look, and Thornton's a 4th round pick. It's fine where they took him. It's just treat him like a 4th round pick. You're treating him like he was 10th overall. Like we got to make this work this year. No, you don't. You don't. He could not see the field all this year, and I wouldn't consider it a bad pick. But Besh, to me, it's like you drafted him 50. Yeah, if I'm Spytech, I'm like, hey, I picked this guy in the 2nd round. He's good, and he has a first down every time he touches the ball. It is a first down. The chains move, which for this team has been tough lately, moving the chains.
Yeah, and also Jerry Rice only started 4 games and had 900 yards. So. And then had 1,500 the next year. Come on, guys. I mean, just don't do Jerry Rice in my. And anyways, all right. So let's get to the over-unders. I guess we got some more questions here. We're
live chat tonight.
Yeah, we're just bullshitting here in the chat today. That's many questions. We're all just bullshitting. Yeah. The Michael Irvin. Did you see that video?
No.
Oh, Glenn, you gotta look up the Michael Irvin. I would be dominant in this area.
All I see is him ringing the Miami horn, like just yacked out. I won't say accuse the OG of that, but he was. I like Irv. I watched that Cowboy. That Cowboys Jerry Jones thing is one of the best things I've ever seen. The Netflix.
Whatever you do after this show, Glenn, go find that Michael Irvin clip.
Somebody DM it to me at Glenn Rockney, please. Just do it now so I can watch it when I'm done. If you guys know what
oh man, he has a point.
I like Irv. He's funny. Anytime I see him, he's just ringing that freaking hurricane tornado warning thing.
Yeah.
Like every time I see him,
he's like, I went over the middle. I'm a weird receiver. I was in the midst of pain. He's in the midst of pain. I was in the midst of pain.
Damn, that's like a Stephen King novel.
It's philosophical.
The mist of pain. A small Maine town doesn't understand what's happening in the midst of pain. Yeah, I like that. He's correct, by the way. He did. He was a bad dude. I mean, that Cowboys thing, they show the angles of it, like it's footage. I'm like, man, who was filming this back in the 80s? They're like right up in there. It reminded me of the Diego Maradona documentary. I'm like, bro, were you running next to the guy filming him? Why haven't we seen this ever? And like he's just boom, getting blown up. Like, I'm like, damn, the game was crazy. Yeah, I'm sure he meant the midst of pain, and I'm sure it just came out different. But mist is cool though. Yeah.
Mist of pain, yeah.
Mist of pain is cool. It's like I like that more.
The Cowboys documentary too is crazy. When he stabs somebody in the neck.
that documentary is nuts. And Michael's up there saying like, yeah, it's all true.
Yeah, stabbed him in the neck.
Yeah. World's largest crack rock at this hotel. It was like, they were like that was crazy. It was like like what were we doing at the was it Ramada or the hotel? I'm like, dude, you guys gotta get us a better hotel than that. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it was funny. That documentary is elite. Netflix that's the only reason I have Netflix now. They double the price. But the football stuff is the only reason I watched it.
Yeah, they got some great football shit out there.
Great football. SEC documentary and Cowboy stuff is the best. Yeah.
Jim, here comes Jim.
Don't you start. You said Stone Forsythe was good last week. Don't you start. You were tagging me and I was being nice. I was ignoring
At least Jim was there though. Jim was there. He did drop a lot of passes, but that's why he didn't start either.
Yeah. Sure. Peyton Manning didn't win in college. That's why it doesn't matter if your quarterback wins in college.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get these over-unders. Let's get the over-unders right here. All right. Let's start this, of course, with the man of the hour, Geno Smith.
Marcus, what's the easiest prop bet in sports right now?
A pass interception by Geno Smith.
Yeah. Guys, it's free money. I feel like I'm Matthew Lesko, the guy with the question marks all over his suit. Like, you can make free money. Like, I'm that guy right now. Back in the day, that anybody remembers those commercials? Geno Smith pass anytime interception. It is the easiest thing. Like I said, I was in Reno when I was at the Pepper Mill, and these young like Zoomer guys next to me were prop betting something. I'm guessing because they don't allow a lot of the apps out there. It must have been the Caesars app or something. This guy was like, Geno Smith anytime interception. Yeah, he was getting really excited. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But you're right. I am going under on the passing yards, under on passing TDs. He's going to throw an interception, and he's going to have like 32 passing attempts. I'll say over, and I will go under on the pass completions. He sucks.
Yeah, you got to take the over the interceptions at this point.
I mean, it should be 1.5.
I mean, I think you should take the unders on pass touchdowns. It's this offense.
Yeah, they didn't have one last week.
Yeah, they got 2 games without one.
Woo!
I mean, Daniel Carlson and can we bet how many Derek Carlson? I should have put that shit up here. How many Daniel Carlson field goals?
To be honest, do you think Daniel Carlson gets a extension this year?
No,
I don't think so. I think Daniel Carlson goes somewhere else.
Has he been good since 2021?
I don't think he's that good anymore. I think kickers are just like, look, we got it from the Vikings after the Vikings couldn't handle him. It was good at the time. Like, just cut it off, start over, get another kicker. Yeah.
I mean, he was great in 2021, and I feel like we're still like there, where he would like make every single field goal. But
yeah, I think I'm done. I mean, again, they haven't extended him, so they're kind of like they haven't extended Meyers, they haven't extended Carlson. I think we know they're not. It's not going to happen now.
Exactly, I agree with that. All right. Ashton Genty.
I think he's going to go off this week.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, he had 100 all-purpose last week in 3 quarters.
Yeah, 4.8 yards per carry.
4.8 yards per carry, and he had 100 all-purpose last week, and he got pulled, and that was in 3 quarters. I think I would hope to God that this game is more competitive than last week's game, because I mean, if we're getting killed by the Titans, my goodness, that Mateer, I'm just gonna literally be a college football guy for the rest of the year. If they get killed by the Titans, if they lose the Titans is one thing. If they get killed by the Titans, where it's just like the Washington game, I'll be like, I am college football. This is gonna be a college football podcast. That's what this is going to be for the rest of the year.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
I'm going to take it over on the rushing yards. Is this Marcus Sportsbook or?
Oh no, this is DraftKings.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Or something. I don't know what happened.
Can you hear me now?
This is I think I read your lips, but I could not hear you. Your audio is out.
Can you hear me now though?
I think it's the 75.5. If that's going up, that means Vegas is getting excited. But I take the over on the receiving yards. They're going to throw to him a lot. Take the over on the receptions. He's going to get a touchdown this week, but that's not the greatest odds. But he is going to get a touchdown.
Okay, you can hear me now. Though.
I can't hear you.
You
go ahead and say something, Marcus.
Mic check.
Okay, I can't hear you. This is my problem.
Okay.
All
right. Well, I got Ashton.
All right, go ahead and talk. I'm gonna pop out, and then you see if I can come back in and I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, I'm taking the over on all of these. I'm gonna take the anytime touchdown too. I think they're gonna run the ball in the red zone. So you guys can you guys hear me? Everybody can hear me? Sean said he can't hear me. Good. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me because get the audio messed up here. But yeah, I'm taking Genty over on all of these. That's for sure. I think Genty's gonna have a great game because he has just played well the last 2 weeks. That there's nothing that tells me that he's not gonna keep playing well. He's obviously kind of figured it out. So can you hear me now, Glen?
I hear you.
Okay,
now. You're good. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I'm taking the overall on these because I mean they're gonna keep throwing him the football too. So I think it's gonna keep happening. So I mean this one's pretty easy for me. All right, cool. Everybody says we're good, so we're good.
We're good. I don't know what happened there. That was odd. But yeah, Genty's gonna go off. That's the only reason I watch this damn games now. Is it for him?
To be honest.
Yeah, to be honest. Jacobe Meyers over unders. 4.5 receptions.
I'm taking the unders on all of these until they actually do something on offense where they're producing like this. The only guy I'm gonna probably take the overs on is the next guy, but I'm taking unders on Jacobe Meyers until we see something.
He has no touchdowns this year. It's crazy. Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, if you're betting Jacobe Meyers prop bets, I got a hotline you should call. But these are just these are not doing it, man. I would fade him. I guess if you are betting him, fade him because I don't see it. I just have a feeling they're really bringing Besh along. And again, I think he should have had a touchdown last week on that one tip ball and stuff. I think they're going to keep phasing him in. He had 3 catches last week. I just think they didn't extend Meyers. So right now you're 1-4. What are you doing with Meyers? Auditioning him for a trade deadline at this point? If you get him going, again, we'll see. I can't take any of the overs on any of these.
Not me. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
He hasn't really done anything the last couple weeks, right?
No, he has not.
Yeah, but who I would take the overs on is this guy.
Yeah. What do you have? Like about 60 last
67 last week. 4 catches.
67 last week. Yeah, he's I like all these for sure. I like I don't even know who the Titans corners are. I'm sure you guys are doing a preview right now, but their defensive line is okay. Up front. I think
Simmons is a beast.
Yeah, Simmons is best in the league.
L'Jarius Sneed is one of the corners too.
Oh man, throwback, AFC West throwback right there. But yeah, I think they're gonna. Guys are gonna be open, in my opinion. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Got to throw the ball to Tucker. Got to throw it to him accurately and not to the other team. So we'll see. But I definitely like the over on receptions. I think he's kind of sneakily become wide receiver 1, and I think he's going to be the one guy that gets an extension this year with the Raiders.
I think so too.
I
think he's having a good year. But this is the guy I would take the overs on. And you know what? He leads the team in touchdowns. He has 4 touchdowns. Anytime touchdown every single week being that high, I mean, there's a good chance he could score a touchdown, right? So I take the touchdown too. So I take the overs and take the touchdown. To be honest,
yeah,
I like Trey. I think Trey is just...
He's been having a nice year. He's been having one thing that does piss me off about him, the yak.
Yeah, he's not a yak guy. He's not.
What happened that one where Geno hit down the field? You got to make that guy miss. Every receiver makes that guy miss, except you. Again, we're talking about it. Does that affect the game at all? But I was like, that would have been a touchdown. That would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, the next play, Geno just missed him on a wide open out route, which just pissed me off because then he threw a pick the next play. I'm like, yeah, Geno, all your picks are tipped, but maybe if you threw it to Tucker with an accurate pass, you wouldn't have had a tip pick because, we just run the ball from the 2-yard line.
That's my problem with Chip Kelly is if you don't trust your quarterback, trust your running back. Exactly. Trust him, like pitch it to him, something, a screen, something, but that's my problem. But yeah, definitely think Tucker's getting a contract.
All right, game line. Raiders are favorite here, -218.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a secret here. If you guys don't gamble, if you guys are thinking about it, don't let it ruin your life if you do. First bet I ever placed in Nevada when I was 21 years old. That's what the lady said. She said, "Welcome to gambling. Don't let it ruin your life." Here I am hosting a gambling show. So almost 15 years later. By the way, happy 40th birthday to you, Marcus.
Thanks, man.
I didn't formally say that to you, but happy belated.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
We're both Libras, correct?
Yes, we are.
Of course. That's the way. So that's awesome. But I got to take Tennessee +4.5. I'm sorry, I have to. Maybe the Raiders win this game, but they should not be favored over any team in the league by 4.5 points. There is no team in the league that I would comfortably say that the Raiders will beat by 5 points right now. There is 0 teams in the league, so I have to take Tennessee. I'm not taking Tennessee money line. I'm taking Tennessee +4.5.
I mean, you're right. They should beat this team by 5 points, though.
I like the over, though. I do like the over. If it's 41.5, I like the over.
It's like they should beat this team by 5 points, but you're just like, I think you should play it safe. If you're doing a parlay here, take the Raiders -218, right? You won't get a lot of money out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then take the Trey Tucker touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Mix it up. But the spread scares me, right? We are basically trying to say that they're going to beat a team by 5 points. I don't know if that is really going to happen. So I would say take the -8, take the -218, add some parlays into it so you can win some games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
so you can
don't ruin your Sunday. Don't attach your emotions to your checking account. Look, what we're hoping for right now is the Raiders win this game. Like, I don't. Do you want Marcus? Do you want the Raiders to win this game tomorrow? Sunday.
I mean,
I don't even know if I do. Like that, and it's not a fake fan or anything, but I'm just like, we need a quarterback.
Yeah, we do. We do need a quarterback. They need a quarterback, bad. They do, man.
But obviously, once the game starts, I'm going to be like, come on, throw the ball. I'm going to be that guy. But like right now, the game's not on. I don't know.
Yeah.
People say they'd never bet against the Raiders. Don't gamble then.
but that's what I'm saying. Take the -218. I'm just the spread. I would say take the -218. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I think Titans +4.5 is just like a perfect It's just perfect.
I can't do. I can't say the Raiders are losing to the Titans. So that's what I'm saying. Just take the -218 because I think they're going to win. I don't think it's just going to be a blowout. That's all. That's what I'm mad about. They should blow this team out, and I don't think they will.
Everybody in the chat thinks you're in your late 20s.
I know, man.
Sheesh. Drop the skincare routine, man.
I guess so. Yeah, I got to get to my skincare. I'm just black. Glen, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's just
okay.
How it works.
I'll research how that happens. Let me see.
That could be your next rare candy episode.
Yeah, what are you using? Yeah, let me see. Well, let's see if I can order that on Amazon. Hey, man, it's not all. I'm just saying. I've seen some guys look old. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't all like you got to give yourself a little credit.
Yeah, that's true. It's true, and it's in my family line. Like nobody in my family line has a bad like hair.
Yeah,
my dad still has his whole hairline, and he's like 70.
What's Greg Oden's skincare routine?
That's
The guy,
true.
he looked like 45 when he was in high school.
That's true.
So I'm just saying, you gotta give yourself a little credit.
Yeah. That's true.
Do you drink a lot of water? You moisturize, anything like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I like drinking water.
There you go.
Honestly, I don't drink soda. I don't drink any of that.
Voodoo Rangers on the podcast, obviously.
Yeah, Voodoo Rangers on the podcast, but most time, I keep it as healthy as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So halfway point though, right? I mean, we're at not the halfway point, but life expectancy in is 80 in the 80s, so we're not quite there at the halfway point.
Everything starts hurting right now. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm gonna be 30. I'm gonna be 35 soon. I'm right behind you. Yeah, right behind you.
You know what I mean?
Boy. Yeah. This is the Libra gang. I didn't realize this was a Libra show.
Yeah, it's a Libra show, bro. We bring the balance. That's why this show is so balanced. You know what I mean? At this point, I trade Max for 2 first-round picks. People want to trade Max so bad, bro.
Everybody loves getting first-round picks. People and I do too. It's not. They're not eating that money. It's not happening. I'm just telling you guys.
Do you think Patrick Graham will get a head coach position?
Based on what? Like you're watching the Raiders defense this year and be like, hey, give me that guy. People do. Now I will say he got 2 interviews last year, if I'm not correct. He got like a second interview with Jacksonville, and then the Liam Cohen thing was I remember that being like the Liam Cohen thing was interesting, and I like Liam Cohen a lot. Actually, I think he's doing a really nice job. That whole hiring scenario was very odd, though. I remember.
Yeah.
The thing is, Patrick Graham got a second interview, so they weren't fulfilling a rule here, is what I'm saying. With that, they clearly interviewed him twice.
Mm-hmm.
There's no rule that says you have to interview somebody twice. So people are interested in Patrick Graham. I've never thought of him as like a head coach. Like this, all right, guys, it's halftime. Here's how we get back. I've never thought of him that way. I will say the Raiders get a pick if they do.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm not that worried about losing him.
I'm not either. Does he leave though?
Well, we don't know what his contract is.
Okay.
Because he was a free agent last year.
Yeah.
And they said he was not going to re-sign with the Raiders. Pete Carroll comes in. He goes, cool, I got a chance to work with this guy. I think the Jermaine Pratt thing was interesting a little bit. We haven't really talked about that. But the Jermaine Pratt incident, that's a Pete Carroll thing. Veterans don't do that well under Pete Carroll, if you guys notice. Like older guy, I think young guys buy the Pete Carroll thing and old guys don't. Especially when you're 1-4. Like they just don't. So that's kind of a casualty. You saw it happened a lot in Seattle. Like older guys were like, nah, like we're not doing this young guy rah thing. Like that's for draft picks. And I think that's why Spytek traded down, get as many draft picks as we possibly can. These guys come up under Pete Carroll rather than come to Pete Carroll in free agency. But the Jermaine Pratt thing is like, that's unfortunately with Pete Carroll, I think that's kind of a casualty sometimes is these guys. And he signed with the guy the Raiders just lost to. He was like, cool, that looks fun. And he signed with the Colts and it does look fun. But I will say credit to the Colts. They stuck with Shane Steichen for a long time. And that's why I think you should stick with your coach. Because everybody wants to be on the Colts now.
Yeah.
2 years ago, nobody wanted to be on the Colts, in my opinion. So, but I just think if they lose Patrick Graham, they lose Patrick Graham. If he leaves, we don't know his contract details. Is it a 1-year deal? Maybe he did sign a 1-year deal. I would not lose any sort of sleep over losing Patrick Graham. I just got to be real.
Yeah. So I saw someone was going to comment on. Jermaine Pratt. I know that dude. Obi tweeted that. I guess he was an asshole. He was yelling at coaches and shit. So I mean, that might have been the reason that he got shit out.
If you're doing the young guy thing, you definitely can't have that around. And he was playing well. I thought he was playing pretty well. So it's unfortunately that's the problem. But if you're doing the like we have draft picks on this team, and that's another reason when that's another indicator of what Pete says versus the way they conduct themselves is a lot different. They want the young team, and if you got a older guy in there talking shit the whole time, they're like, "Hey, it's not about you.
Exactly.
See you later." You know what I mean? Like Christian Wilkins is another thing. It's not about you. See you later. Who knows? We still didn't. Christian Wilkins is still unsigned. We have no idea.
Yeah,
About him. That needs its own 30 for 30 or something. Netflix.
You're just shitting on Geno.
He's bad. We won't defend him here. Yeah.
Well, do you see any other wins other than the Titans on the upcoming schedule?
Let's pull up the schedule. I have no idea. So they play. I mean, I would have said the New York Giants, but I don't think that anymore.
Raiders schedule. So they got the Titans. All right.
Yeah, let's go through it.
Okay, so they got Titans this week.
That is a winnable game in theory. Yes.
Then they go to Arrowhead.
Watch them win that.
That'd be hilarious. I would love
that. That would be the one. That's funny because that would be the one. No, but again, so the way we go is, will they be favored in any of these games? No, they will not be favored at Arrowhead.
No. Because you know it's funny because it's about the AFC. Like we talk about, we're all like the season's over, but like technically, AFC's so bad.
Yeah,
if they win those next two games, you're like, I don't know.
The West really isn't that good this year either. Like the way people said it was. The NFC West is very good. The AFC West is not.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They played one division game so far. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got the Chiefs, and then they got the Jags after the bye.
Thought that would at the beginning of the year. I thought that was a winnable game. They look good.
Yeah, after the bye. And then we got the Broncos, Cowboys, Browns.
Browns is a winnable game, but that's a tough defense.
Chargers, Broncos, Eagles, Texans, Giants, Raiders. So I don't know.
They're not going to be favored in a lot of those games.
I don't think they can be favored in one, to be honest.
Browns, they might. I can see it.
Browns,
depending on the Browns, they might be. We'll see. You never know with injuries, right? Like they could be playing these teams. I think, in my opinion, right now, this is at the most a 4-win team. It sucks. I'm sorry. Maybe everything just switches. Like maybe they just hit a switch, and but I kind of don't want them to. That's kind of the thing. Like I don't want to win 7 games right now. Like I know they need another draft class because I actually do like the way Spy Tech drafts. I know they need another draft class where they have a high pick. I think they kind of do need that, and I know they need that flexibility in the draft. Those kind of top picks and I think they're going to get comp picks too, like from the Merrigs and the stuff like that. I think they're going to have a decent amount of picks. And I look, for our sake, since we're going to talk about it, you more so than me, you'd like them to look kind of good. But to me, it's just like, I don't feel any other than the AFC, kind of being not that good this year, but I don't think it's going to be great next year. The AFC. Yeah. I don't think the AFC all of a sudden is going to be like, nope, it's the conference again. It's clearly an NFC league right now. It just might be the year to it might actually benefit them to just not be that good. But that's why, in my opinion, you keep your coach. I don't want to install a new culture after this year. That's my problem. I hate that shit. I like the new introductory press conferences. Mark Davis, and we're introducing him. No, you just we'll try it again next year. You know what I mean? But yeah, it sucks. I mean, again, I didn't have them as a playoff team, but I had them as a fun team, and they're not fun.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah, they're not fun. It's actually Hellraiser level torture. That's my Avi on Twitter. Yeah.
All right, let's get to these football games, college and NFL. So we got Lions versus Chiefs, 49ers versus Bucks, Seahawks versus Jags, Bills versus Falcons. What you got, Glen?
Man, these are good games. Lions versus Chiefs. This is tough. I have a hard time betting against the Chiefs at home, but also the fact is I the Lions are a wagon. They lost to Green Bay the first week, and everyone got shocked. They've looked fantastic ever since. Aiden Hutchinson is like DPOY, like close to DPOY right now. Unless Devin Lloyd has like 5 more pick sixes, like I have a feeling Aiden Hutchinson might be right up there because he's gonna be playing in big games, and he looks great. I will take. What are you sure is it really 2.5 KC's way?
Yeah, it is 100%. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I take the Lions money line in this game. Not even. I'm just doing it. Of course, I would take the points just because you want to like maybe give the chance for the Chiefs to win by 1 in some bureaucratic fashion, like they always do with flags everywhere and reviews and all of these things. But I'll take Lions money line. 49ers versus Bucks. This is a tough game. This is a tough one. I'm actually going to take the Niners plus 3.5. Mac Jones runs that Shanahan offense. He's confirmed what Shanahan actually wanted in that draft, the Trey Lance draft. It confirmed to me because he just takes what's in front of him. He does exactly what Kyle Shanahan wants him to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're not healthy, but it doesn't seem to matter. And you want to talk about not healthy. The Buccaneers are missing Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. But also, Baker is an MVP candidate this year. Baker's playing out of his mind. It's his best career season, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah.
That he's having. He had 5 touchdowns last week against Seattle. He was incredible last week. But I'm going to take the Niners plus 3.5 in that one. Bills versus Falcons. I'm going to go. I'm going to take the Falcons plus 4.5 at home, and the over. I think that's going to be a shootout, all over the place game, wild. But the Bills' defense sucks. Their defense is not good. Like their offense is great. Their defense sucks. And so I think the Falcons coming off a bye. I think Bijan's going to kill him. Bijan, in my opinion, is probably playing the best running back out of anybody in the league right now. Mm-hmm. And I think they're gonna at least keep it competitive enough to lose by 4 points. Seahawks versus Jags. Who would have thought this would have been one of the games of the week if you were looking at the preseason there? But I am going to take the Seahawks in this game because the Seahawks sneakily are not good at home. They're good on the road.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
They're good on the road. I think the Jags have a gauntlet of a schedule. I mean, might get a break when they play the Raiders, but they have a gauntlet of a schedule. I mean, they've beaten the Niners, they beat the Chiefs, they're playing Seattle this week, and then they play the Rams next week. I mean, that's a schedule right there. That's a tough one, and they still haven't played the Colts yet. But they look good. They're having a lot of fun. Travis Hunter's getting phased in and stuff. That being said, I'm gonna take Seattle. Darnold's playing really well. He just made a mistake at the end of that game, a bad one, but they're gonna play really well. I take Seattle, probably Seattle money line in that game, but that's why you see it's basically a pick 'em in the money line. So yeah, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Chiefs against the Lions. I think the Chiefs lost a game that they should have won last week.
Yeah. And
it lost to a fluke. You know, Chris Jones is walking and stuff. I think they're going to be really up to get the Lions. And that's on Sunday Night Football too, again, isn't it? Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
And, you know, Mahomes doesn't lose on Sunday Night Football. Has Mahomes ever lost on Sunday Night Football?
Let's see. I'll ask AI right
now. Let's go to the.
Has Mahomes lost Sunday Night Football? I mean, his record's definitely winning, I would imagine.
What's his record?
No, that was wrong. This AI is wrong. They lost their most recent game.
We know that AI. Like, see, that's
but it's not. But that was Monday night. They're wrong.
I know, but like, I'm saying, like, AI is whatever. But anyways, I just feel like that it's Sunday night. They're gonna be up for that game, and
so Patrick Mahomes has 60. No, that can't be right. 66 wins on Sunday Night Football. There's no way he's played that many.
It might be, bro. They played on Sunday Night Football like 3 times already this year.
Okay, somebody fact check this for me. Brave AI is saying Patrick Mahomes has a record of 66 wins and 18 losses in 84 appearances. There's no way they played 84 Sunday night games. That's not true.
That can't be right. That can't be right. Yeah. What's Sunday night to them? To AI.
Yeah, that's true. It could be like an afternoon game in Kansas City. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right. So but yeah, and it could be including playoffs or something stupid. All right. So Lions versus Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I don't know why. I just am. I'm gonna take the Chiefs for that one. 49ers versus Bucks. I'm gonna take the Bucks because I think Baker Mayfield's just balling right now. And I think the loss of Mike Evans, everybody's like freaking out, but he has Ibuka, so he's like, it doesn't matter.
Ibuka's rookie of the year right now.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter at this point. And I think Baker Mayfield's just balling out of his mind. And, Baker Mayfield makes the point of that I always make, that if the Raiders draft a quarterback, I hope they do this, is that if you draft a quarterback and he plays decent for you, like he plays decent enough for you to get to a playoff game, you need to stick with that guy, because by the time he gets to the Baker Mayfield's age, he's probably going to be really good. And the same thing goes for the Lions and with Jared Goff. The teams just dump these guys that are actually decent. Like, when you dump Baker Mayfield, it wasn't like he was terrible with the Browns, right? I mean, they got to the playoffs and shit. I mean,
they were neck and neck with the Chiefs that year.
He threw 27 touchdowns as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you stick with that guy, because the NFL is not built for a 24, 25-year-old quarterback to win Super Bowls. It's built for a 31, 32-year-old. So if you have that guy, you need to stick with him, and he'll become Baker Mayfield at some point. But that's just the world we live in, where like if you're not good, or if you go 7-9. Baker Mayfield got cut. He went 7-9 after making the playoffs the previous year.
Which is why Raider fans who want to fire Pete Carroll right now are stupid.
You know what I mean? You have to. You have to be like patient. This guy's good right now.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be good when he's older. It's like CJ Stroud's like 23. That's why I'm like,
right. And they're going to extend him. I mean, they're going to extend him.
He says he's old himself, but
yeah,
he's going to be really good when he's 29. You already know that's going to happen no matter what. So, and if the Texans are stupid enough to trade him to the Raiders, I'll take 28-year-old CJ Stroud.
I would too.
Exactly. All right. Bills versus Falcons. I think the Bills just beat teams like this, so I'm going to take the Bills 4.5, because they just beat teams like this. The Bills lose to like teams like the Patriots, right? Where they're not supposed to, it's like a division or something like that. But like a team like the Falcons, they just go in there and just mollywop them, just for some reason. I don't know why they do that.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's what's going to happen. And Seahawks versus Jags, I'm going to take the Jags, because I think Trevor Lawrence is playing well. Right, he's actually, playing, and I think the game against the Chiefs, I think he's going to start to take off, just because that confidence that he has from that game.
He threw an out route on that last drive, just an out route, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like that was like, that's the arm. Like you're like, holy crap, that's right. He was taken number 1 overall, and he was considered generational.
Yeah. He is talented as hell, man. It's just he doesn't put it together as a quarterback.
But that's why he took that job. That was my rant earlier. That's why Liam Cohen took that job, is because he was like, I can make that work. The Raiders don't have that on their roster right now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, college football. This is some great games. This is really hard for me. I mean, I went Michigan versus USC. That was like probably my going to Ohio State versus Illinois. I just went with that because they're both ranked. But
yeah. For sure. I am okay. Alabama versus Missouri. I am going to take. I think this game's going to get weird. Alabama's due for a stinker. Missouri's got that running back, that Ahmad Hardy. He is a stud.
Yeah.
I am going to take Missouri +3 at home. I don't feel confident about it, but I just think that game's going to get weird. I think that's going to be the one to be like, damn, Bama's down 10 in the 4th. What's happening? They might still win, but I like getting points there. Michigan versus USC. I actually like the this is a tough one, man. I like Michigan in this game. I think Michigan. I think this is going to be one of those Underwood games where I think he's been almost there. Now they've been winning, but he's almost there on a few of these, like where you're like, he just missed that throw. He's young. He's very young. USC is good. They're not great. I think on defense they're just missing a little bit of that physicality. They don't really have that playmaker on defense that they've when they're great that they have. I am going with Michigan in this game, plus 2.5, probably even the money line. Indiana versus Oregon. I think Oregon and Miami are the two best teams in the country right now. Nobody wants to admit it because you have to include an SEC team when you say the best team in the country, or else nobody believes you. All right, I think Oregon and Miami are the two best teams in the country. It's really not like
the SEC is not even the same anymore.
It's not the same. The NIL killed the SEC.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But I mean, look, this is a great opportunity for Mendoza to come in and play good ball. I like the over in the game. I think both teams are going to really come out there and try to win with their quarterbacks. But I'm going to take Oregon. I think Oregon is really good. I think yeah, that's right. A Notre Dame fan picks against SC. Okay, yeah, win against Illinois. You guys lost to Illinois. Oh, yeah, like I'm picking against some wagon. Yeah, what a shocker. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, I think Oregon and Miami are the two best teams in the country, and I think Oregon's going to cover in this game. Ohio State versus Illinois. I like the under in this game. Ohio State's offense is not that good.
They're not.
Their offense is not that good. They have a young quarterback. They're kind of an in-between year with their quarterback. That Sayan guy is good. Mm-hmm. He's just young. I mean, he looks like a high schooler when you see him. You're like, holy crap. He's like, I am old when you look at that guy. I think I can't bet on Illinois in this game. It's a lot. I'm going to take Ohio State, but I think the real play here is the under.
Okay. Alabama versus Missouri. I mean, the Missouri does have that serious running back, but I think Ty Simpson is coming to his own.
He's very
good.
And
I think since we're watching him start to ascend, and that's why I think Alabama's going to keep playing better. I think he's kind of being DeBoer and Ryan Grubbs is back over there. Like they kind of have their quarterback where they kind of feel like they could run their offense. Because I don't think that Jalen Monroe, we can say whatever we want about him, but he's not Michael Penix. I think Ty Simpson is closer to that. So that's why I think that offense is starting to take over a little bit. They're starting to actually be good in the passing game. Because I don't even know who the running back is. Does anybody know who the Alabama running back is? I don't know. I know Ryan Williams and Ty Simpson. So I know that's where they're moving towards. And I think he's the quarterback to take them to there. So that's why I think Alabama wins this game. Even though Missouri's young quarterback is pretty damn good too.
He is. I like that Missouri team.
The Missouri team is not bad. They're not bad. Michigan versus USC. I'm going to go Michigan because I think Michigan just punched him in the mouth.
Yeah.
I love
USC is soft.
I love Michigan's running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If there's a backup running back for Ashton Genty, 22, I forgot his name, but I scouted him for I did some things we call draft fanatics or whatever. I scouted him. That dude's great. That's a great running back. I think they're going to run the ball all over USC. Just run it down their throats. So I'm going to take Michigan in that game, even though USC's favored. I'm taking Michigan in that one for me. Indiana versus Oregon. This could be an interesting game for me because, when I watch Mendoza on film, he's probably like if I compare Dante Moore and Mendoza as prospects, I'm taking Mendoza. Even if we didn't do the dropbacks and stuff like that, because Mendoza's a bigger arm, he's bigger. I think he's more athletic than people give him credit for. It's just he can't handle pressure really well. Like Iowa really exposed him, like from a pressure perspective, which kind of scared me. Sometimes he was just kind of like freaking out and stuff like that. And Dante Moore is just a more consistent, like I'm going to keep playing with a lot of poise. And Mendoza doesn't have that same poise, right? But from a prospect perspective, he's like a better prospect.
His arm is crazy,
huge, right? Yeah. But like Indiana doesn't throw downfield either. They just do RPOs. They run the ball a lot. And I think Oregon's defense is underrated. That's why I think Oregon's going to beat them because I think Mendoza's going to make some mistakes. I think he's going to throw some picks. And Dante Moore doesn't make mistakes. He just like if he's about to make a mistake, he's going to check it down before he makes a mistake. Like he's he's so boring, and that's why he's such a good fit for Oregon. What they like to do, And then Ohio State, I think Ohio State's cheating. They have Matt Patricia as their defense coordinator, and like that's cheating.
Yeah,
it's cheating with that talent and probably that intelligence that a lot of those defensive players have. With Matt Patricia, they're cheaters. They cheat. I mean, I'm sorry, that's cheating. I think we should have a conversation about what you could do in college football defense, because what Ohio State be doing in defense is what most NFL teams be doing. And he has a bunch of future NFL players all around him, like Downs, and the linebacker's really good. He's probably got a bunch of pass rushers. That's not fair, man. The Illinois quarterback's could be in hell. So like, that's why I take Ohio State. Even it might be like 24-6 or like 27-10.
Tell you that
I take the spread.
That under looks great.
Exactly. You take the under, but Ohio State's defense is ridiculous.
Can you imagine Raider Nation, right? Raider Nation, if we draft a guy with the last name of Mendoza, how those jersey sales? Those are personalized at that point.
Oh, that's so true, though.
Yeah,
dude, and if he's good, and if he's good too, man. Oh man.
Oh, even if he's bad. I mean, even like I tell you right now, like people will like in LA, that jersey will go crazy. like he's like Spaniard too. He's not even like Mexican. He's Spaniard.
It don't matter, man.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just laugh like he's like a dork from Spain, you know what I mean? But like I'm telling you, that jersey will go crazy. That Mendoza jersey in like I tell you, like a Mateer jersey, it's like, yeah, we'll wait and see if he's good. Mendoza right off, it's pre-ordered.
Is he from the Bay Area? Because he went to Cal. Is he from the Bay?
He went to Cal, but I think he was like he got into like Ivy League schools.
Oh, he's
like,
Argentinian.
Yeah. Argentinian. I'm sorry, I said Spanish.
Oh no,
I knew he wasn't Mexican. I knew he wasn't Mexican. I just was like it was just because I liked him at Cal. It was kind of a bummer. Cal's just like a minor league team now because of the NIL, because their lefty quarterback is good, and he's gonna go somewhere else probably too. But yeah, what I just mean is like if you're I just know there's a lot of Raider fans with the last name Mendoza probably. Yeah.
I was wrong. He's not Argentinian. He's right. He's Cuban because he's from Miami and he's a white Latino.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, and he's from but I know he was like 4.0, like he because I think he got into like Yale and Cal, like were the two schools he applied to. And Cal plays good football, and then he balled out at Cal, and then boom, now he's
He definitely looks like he comes from a family that Castro kicked out for sure.
Yeah, he got sugar cane field.
He definitely I bet if you ask Mendoza about Fidel Castro, he has some thoughts.
Gusano, if I'm familiar with the term. Yeah,
he has some thoughts about Castro. I bet. Evil dictator. He said, "Goddamn, bros."
Yeah,
I mean, it's the truth.
I guarantee you he does.
I bet you he does. He's not a fan of that communist regime that ruined his family.
If they draft him, we'll have to interview him. Like,
man.
Yeah. But I'm just telling you, like he that jersey will go stupid. On draft night, doesn't matter if he's good or bad.
Yeah, I agree. You're right.
Personal, it's a free personalization of a jersey. You don't have to pay the extra. Yeah,
I agree, dude. All right, guys, we're out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Are we gonna be back next week? You're moving though, right? Next week,
2 weeks from now.
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay, so we're good.
Next week, I'm good. Next week, I'm good. 2 weeks.
Okay, so next week, we'll be back next week. Do the show, and then we're gonna start our Monday show. We're gonna do it this week, but we're gonna start our Monday after we calm down. If hopefully it's not as much as a calm down this week as an excitement.
People think we hate. People are saying we're hating that he's a Latino right now in the I'm not hating at all. I'm just saying I know that jersey will go crazy.
Yeah, we're not saying that anything's against that.
You know how bad I want a quarterback to come here and win. I literally let's go like anything.
Cuban, whatever. I don't care what you are. I don't care.
Cuban, that's what you are. Come over here and play ball. Like I don't care. I just know for a fact people are gonna absolutely buy up that jersey. I know 7 Raider fans with the last name of Mendoza. I just do.
Yeah,
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, we're do post game show for sure, guys.
Mhm.
But yeah, so check us out next week, and then we come back with our little Monday after show. We're gonna start that as well. So you guys come with your questions from after the game. You guys answer all your questions. Get it. We'll have a hopefully it's exciting this week, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully the Raiders come through with us. But we're out of here, guys. Peace.
Peace.